Hello and welcome back, everybody. Cazz is releasing his Rugged Country map this weekend, so if you're seeing on modhub.us, you missed the early access videos and stuff like that. So be sure to pop that subscribe button because Cazz is one map maker that I am fortunate enough to be able to work with him. And we've done a lot of build videos on maps and showing him as he's making the maps and giving you a little insight before they ever come. There's a few other map makers that's done that. I love doing it. It gives the gamers a chance to comment and to talk about it and to express some things they might like to see. Cazz is open to hearing your comments and stuff like that, so it's all good. The map links for Kiwi, let's see, Taylor's Farm, and Hawks Bay all have some new links as well, or choices of links, that is. Instead of having to use mods file, you can use an alternative now. And I'm going to have the links to all them and this one in this description of this video. And I have updated the maps, the newest versions of the maps, with extra links as well. So be sure to check that out. Before we go in, since I'm going to show you pretty much what you're getting at this point and kind of look around the map and stuff, I'll just go over some housekeeping stuff with his maps. All his maps has a silo that's built for multi-fruit, and if you're going to have that and a map file all in one file, it'll say unzip, and you just open that up and pull out both of them and put them into your mods directory. And I'll show you the silo whenever we go in. Also, if you've had any of his past maps, as far as I know, that's never been updated. There is a G&G mod that's included in his map here. It's free range chicken. That's a pretty easy mod to find on modhub.us if you want to use that. And it's been tested by G&G. I've done some testing on solo. They did some testing on multiplayer. Cazz said he's tested all the fields. I know the fields that I tried, every one of them works really well from what I have seen. There's one field that left a little bit on the edges, but that's pretty easy to fix. I'm just going to turn it in grass anyway. So you still got a big, large multi-fruit map to be able to play. So let's go on in and see what you get. So field 19 is the one I was talking about. It just leaves like a little tick on the edges, and it's not like it's a major killer or anything like that. It's easy to pick up in just a couple of seconds by doing the harvester. I tested 14 during my gameplay. I know it works well. He intentionally leaves some of these so you can set it to the fruit types that you want. I actually love that. I wish even 19 was, because I'm going to harvest it and put it in grass anyway. You're talking about a massive silage area. It's massive. These fields are just absolutely massive. And you can see you got a lot of fields to be able to pick from and use. He's also added some forestry to the map, he said, to kind of help with stuff like that. As you can see, all these areas here are purchasable. These are the ones it comes with, which is 7, 8, 27, and 19. You have a lot of sell points. I mean, a ton. So you're going to get the absolute best prices you possibly can. Good competitive pricing. I enjoyed it whenever I was doing the testing. You do get a little bit of each animal. During my playthrough, I didn't use any of the animals. They're a little sample of each one, so people who's kind of new to it or just wants to try out something. I know I usually do the chicken and the sheep. I don't usually do the cows and stuff, but if I wanted to, that would give me the opportunity to kind of go into them and try them around a little bit if I wanted to, if I was a new player. And if you don't want them, just sell them. If you do want them, use them. You do have all types of contracts available to you. It was mainly harvesting stuff that I had last night, but you can see it's got them all. Let's see. In the garage, he always gives a lot of equipment. So you got several tractors, you got a semi, you got the largest combine, a lizard truck, all kinds of trailers, headers. I mean, you name it. You're set all the way across this map. There's not a whole lot for you to have to really worry about. Let me get over here. As you see, here's the regular stables and stuff. Here's the G&G free range chickens. It essentially is the standard in-game chicken with the bill removed in place and the little egg collectors over on the other side. That's something that I kind of worked on with them whenever I was kind of with them a little bit. And G&G's no surfboard house. It don't say G&G, but this is G&G's no surfboard house. Okay, this is a quick little edit because I failed to show this. So right here is what the other file that's in with your map. It's this grain silo right here. It holds 1.5 million of every type of fruit there is, including the extra fruits that he adds to his maps. And that's why you had to have a special silo in there. So unless you already have it because you placed them as past maps, you will need to get this out along with the map itself to be able to store your fruit properly. And that's all for the edit. So let's take a look around, get you up in the air a little bit. So you got plenty of big, large sheds, lots of storing area. You can cut down the fence if you so desire. You just take a chainsaw and clip those. As soon as you take one down and go the other one, the barbed wire vanishes and goes away, and you just sell them like you would any other kind of tree or log or whatever you want to do. He did say, of course, use your stump grinder too. He did say he would advise not removing it, and I guess just keep your stuff from going off the side of the hill. I didn't really go into it much detail with him. But it is like a little plateau area that the farm is sitting on that's kind of unique next to the river and bridge here. And it overlooks the farmland from the plateau here. And you see right here where the plateau little area starts. And you have a nice little view across the map from up here. So it's a pretty cool little touch. Here's one of your little woods, forest areas right across the river. Like I said, it's just hill after hill. Some fields are hilly, some fields are a little flatter. So he put a little mix in there for different types of gamers. And they all look really nice. They all can combine. I didn't get into combining because it was just, I had, just to test, I had two of the fastest combines there is in the game with Unreal storage capacity and Unreal trailers just to try to hurry up and test to hire workers and stuff as fast as I can to make sure that you as gamers is getting a good map. So Cazz wanted it tested and I was tickled to death to jump in and help. He's just a great person. Let's go up this way. You got your little dock area over here on the edge of the map. Some little sell points over here. I'd made one delivery to this one right here myself. Another little bridge. Here's another little small forest area over here next to the lumber mill. And then we get back into the big farming again. Like I said, all this stuff pretty much is combinable. And they're insanely large already. If you like big farming, well, here you go. I mean, it's here. I've got this thing going as fast as it can across here, and I'm not making very good progress. This is a monster field, and they can be done. So this is back to that little woods / forest area over here. You do have a little place up here on top that you can kind of visit. We're back to the edge of the map over here. Another little forest area over here. So if you're into forestry, or big farming for sure, there's definitely is a lot. I mean, it just keeps going. You see, it's not as quite as hilly over on this side, but it does still have some life to it. So, sorry I got a cold. But I enjoyed it what time I was on this map. I didn't have no issues. Nothing I found really relevant. You do have traffic on the map, and you do have some people walking around some shop areas and stuff. And as I was saying in the pre-release video, the build video, I mean, just grasp this right here for a minute. It's kind of, it goes beyond what I normally do as a gamer, because I usually like small fields, small gameplay and stuff, but I don't mind. I have fun playing the big fields. But you just picture this right here combined. I mean, it is just, it's crazy how big these things can get. And using something squared up like the JD plow or some kind of squared up plow that allows for creating fields, it just keeps going. It's just literally non-stop all the way across there. And it's just, they're massive. Here's your barn over here. You can see the traffic there. And your shop is back this way. Like I said, I did this field last night. And McDonald's, BP, shop. He did put the tractors up on top. I like it when map makers do that. I think it's really cool. I've even seen some put them up here on top as well. But I think that's a really nice touch. I love that. Let me give you a little bit better look at the map of your cell locations. So over here we got mill station, manure sale, gas, McDonald's, ranch bales, that's the barn. Here's the bar. This is another beer that's really common for him and his nation. Every map he shows some other type of brew. Your dairy, your port that I was talking about that I went to. There's your sawmill that we visited. Grain mill, biomass, supermarket, ammo dealers over here on your right on the east hand side. And you also have an east port. Wool sales is over here. And then another ranch. So I mean, like I said, you got a ton of lands. And I even thought about once taking and combining all these right here and making a farm out of it. So I don't think you're going to go wrong, especially if you like big farming. I mean, look at this stretch that we was talking about that just amazed me earlier. This is insane. And you can see it on the map, the amount of lands that you can actually put together. I mean, even here. Could you picture combining all this? That's just, if you like big maps, this can really get out of hand with some very big farms, and I mean get out of hand in a good way too. So anyway, like I said, if you got a map that you're building and you want to release it and you would like the people to get involved or see it as it's being built, reach out and get in contact with me. I love doing that kind of stuff. Also be sure to subscribe, because I think there will be some more upcoming eventually. And that way you can have early access. Like I said, I am going to have the links posted to all of his previous maps. Alright, that should have us for this episode. I figured I would end with his new brew that he's sporting on this building. This is one of my favorite buildings that he has. He's really good at changing out the signs. It has been sporting some kind of different brew or favorite pub several times now. And anyway, yep, be sure to like, share, subscribe, and come on back and join us. Love having you. Take care, everybody.